our channel though, but let me refresh. Um, studio content. Live. No, it says we're live. I don't know why I don't see it. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I'm
Hold
not
on,
seeing.
hold on. Publish. Our channel. Weird. It's not showing up. Video.
There we are. I see us.
You see it now? Okay,
Yep.
just took a minute for it to get there, I guess.
Oh, and you wrote out bitches. I thought you were gonna put
No.
the little.
No. There you go. All right. There you go. Hey, I got my one pen was getting lousy, so I ordered a new one. And
Yeah.
it's not like Lynn's. Lynn said she got on Amazon a metal tipped one, but the one they're fine. The kits are like $5.99 on Amazon.
Yep.
So it's reasonable. You do get an extra tray, which is nice.
Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Regina.
Good morning. Well, I don't see anybody. So that came, I guess, yesterday, and I didn't realize it.
Cool.
So I'm happy. But now I have an extra tray.
Pretty good. It was a hard start this morning. Still working on my first cup of coffee.
Same.
Have you done your walk yet this morning? I haven't. My hip is still being mean. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Roscoe, get out of there.
Oh, hey, Michael, let me make you a moderator so that if other people join, you can connect with them. And thank you for all your little shorts. I love them. What AI program do you use, Michael?
Okay, I'm back. I had to get Roscoe. Was in the tool shed. Barely moving. I'm right there with you.
Over here.
Oh.
Barely moving is right. It's way too early.
So this weekend or Friday, I was off the grid. We went camping, and we went to this campground. It's about 2.5 hours west of Colorado Springs, called Chalk Creek. Never been there before. Great, fantastic little campground. They got tent camping and RVs and full hookups or boondocking, whatever you like. But such a cool weekend. So it's going to take me a couple days to recover from that.
You use Win Movie Maker to add camera video. Really? Michael, does that come standard with Windows? Or is that a separate program? Because I love your the animation. We aren't really good with AI. Like we've used, I think it's called Suno to do like little music or anything, but no real animation. But I'd love to learn how to do that. It's a different program. I'm gonna look it up. It must be really late in Australia, I'm guessing. Yeah, if you have the link, I'd appreciate the link. The thing with diamond painting, you can never have too many trays.
Well, yeah, and this little flimsy thing that came with mine, I can tell you at least 3 or 4 times
You
I've
dumped
pushed
it.
too hard out on there,
Yep.
and they've all popped up off the tray.
Yep.
Oh gosh, what was that? There was a game when you were little and you pushed the dome and it would click and it would roll the dice.
Oh, Trouble. I love that game.
Yeah.
There was another one too after Trouble. Trouble had like the more rounded pieces, but there was the one that had the pointed pieces, like a cone, and you'd stack on top of each other.
Yeah.
Remember what that one was called?
I do not remember.
Well, I'm gonna Google it. Thank you, Regina, for connecting to Michael. Appreciate that. What was that game called? That was also one of my. I love that game. But no, those trays are lousy, and you have to get better trays.
Oh, I was already looking on Temu for the whole diamond art kit with the light.
Okay. So I have if I can bring this into view, it won't be the whole thing. I gotta wait on the delay kind of thing. But it's a case. And this has, I think, 60 little vials. But I have a smaller one like this that has, I think, 30. Which I won't use. If you want it, you can have the case with the 30 bottles.
Oh, right on. Yeah, because I was looking at those and I was putting it in the when I have some extra money to get. So
yeah,
if you have one I can use, that would be awesome.
Yeah. You can have that, but you're still going to want to order trays. The Diamond Art Club ones are nice, these little white ones. But I ordered... So these white ones are really nice. They're like a half an inch high. I never flip them. But I don't know who makes these. They're little blue, and it came with like a few that are larger than this. And then there's like 3 sizes, large, medium, and these are the small ones. And these aren't bad. I don't flip those either. But those boats, oh my gosh, I turned those over on my carpet so many times. Well, Regina, I want her to keep diamond painting. So, plus if something's sitting in I hate clutter. I am not a clutter person. Just ask Lori. Like, I have no knickknacks, really. I don't have anything hanging on my walls.
Nothing.
I don't like clutter. It's just more to dust.
Let's put it this way. I helped her move. I flew out to where were you staying in Belvoir?
Yeah, Virginia.
Virginia. I flew out there to drive back with her because they had to take 2 separate vehicles to move back here to Colorado. So I flew out there to basically ride with her in the car. And she was packing and she was getting tired of packing.
Is this a sesame oil story?
So she just starts throwing crap away. I'm like, Vicky, that's your husband's brand new sesame oil bottle. I don't care. Right in.
We don't have room for a bottle of sesame oil.
Don't have room for a bottle of sesame oil. And then she had this door stopper, and she was going to throw that in the trash. So I went and stuck it in the floor of the car. I'm like, oh my God.
I don't have room for it. So yeah, that other diamond art kit, I'll never use it. So I'd rather it be out of my house.
She like I said does not hold on to anything, and I'm like a borderline pack rat.
She is. Yeah. No, I do not. Hi Jen, good morning. I don't hold on to crap.
I do. I'm like, oh, this cardboard box, look at that. It's a nice size. I think I need to keep this for 6 years.
Look, that's how my husband is. He bought a new phone a couple months ago. And when you open the box, I don't know what company this is, but when you open this cardboard box for this phone, you pull the lid up, like the tray that the phone is on kind of shifts outward. And he's like, this is such a cool box. I'm keeping it. What are you going to do with it? It's for a phone. And so it's still sitting on his desk. He refuses to throw it out. But, what can you do?
Hey, Michael, I got a question for you. If you have a minute. And anybody else, too, really. So we've started doing these lives, and we were just having a conversation this morning about watch hours. How come? How does that work? I know Vicky, you had some questions. Like yesterday, I did my little live starting this diamond painting, and I was on there for an hour and had several of you people, folks coming in and saying hello, which was awesome. But I didn't get any watch hours for it. Do all of you, any of you know how that works?
Yeah, so I guess what she's saying is when you're live and you end the live, it will have watch hours. Say it'll say 11 watch hours because you had people in there, maybe you had 15 people in there. They were interacting. You have chat. You have like 100 and some chat messages. But when you end the live and YouTube goes through the processing of the video, which for us has been taking like a little less than 24 hours, once they process the video, the live hours go from like 11 to 1. And we're like, but we know there were people in there for the majority of it. And it just seems like the watch hours are way off. Yeah, but see, Jen, I agree with that. But I did some videos when I was streaming Final Fantasy like 2 weeks ago. And I've screenshotted all of this and kept all the images. So when I stopped my Final Fantasy stream, it said, how many views, 11 watch hours, 127 messages. And none of those are from me because when someone said something, I was just answering in voice. And then when that video processed, it went from 11 hours down to like 0.8. It just didn't, and it's gone back up a little bit because the video is now something that people can go now and watch. So we picked up a little bit from that, but those initial watch hours all went away.
It's very frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're new and you're just learning what this whole process is.
Because like I said to Lori, lives almost seem a bit of a
5
waste.
days behind. Yeah, Michael, that's what I thought. It's just maybe they're just so far behind that it takes
2 weeks
days for the lives to catch up. But it has been 2 weeks on some of those.
That's what I'm saying. 2 weeks behind. Now I know that they're a week behind when you look under like earn on your dashboard. That gives you a date. So that's always a week behind. But the lives are like, I have some that are 2.5 weeks old and the live hours never came back.
Yeah, so we're struggling with getting the live hours and then kind of understanding how you accrue them or,
Yeah. Because I was like, I don't know if you don't get the watch hours from the live, even though you have people there, then it's kind of like I was saying to Lori, I want to get the most bang for my buck. I'd rather just make videos. And there's really you really can't, and I understand it because, YouTube has millions of subscribers and channels. So they possibly couldn't answer every newbie question. But there's like no way to contact them. For any of you who are monetized, do you then get a way to contact them if there's an issue with like your payment or your bank account? Because we also have like an Etsy store and they're horrible. I'm gonna bash on Etsy. They're horrible.
Hard to work with.
Yeah, because they don't have any phone chat. Everything has to be done through email and they're frustrating, very frustrating.
Excuse me, ma'am, you better not stop live. Oh, we won't.
What?
Stop our lives. Jen says, excuse me, ma'am, you better not stop lives.
Yeah, but you understand though? I mean, we could just do good content videos and like record things, and just do them as a premiere or just upload the content.
I like the lives. I like the interaction.
I do too.
Yeah.
But we could give them a lot more in the hour we spend if YouTube's not going to give us the hour or more than that. I haven't tried. Yeah, YouTuber chat. I don't know what I went to. I went to somewhere. It was like a community forum for YouTube where I think it was other members answering the questions, more seasoned people. And that was good. I mean, that's obviously helpful. But I will check out Kevin in Tuber Chat.
So until I'm able to hook up with Vicky and get that awesome little kit she just told me about, I'm using my sourdough starter little jars. These come in they're little 1 ounce, probably 2 ounce jars for my drills.
Yeah, when I first started, I used baggies. Like literally, I went to the grocery store and bought like 50 sandwich bags and dumped my drills just to store them in there because I didn't know what to do with them. My very first diamond kit didn't come with any baggies.
Yeah, these little jars, they're not expensive. You can get them at Walmart. They come in a 12-pack.
I'm addicted again. I think I started, this has been on my desk. My painting's been on the desk. I just haven't worked it.
Mm-hmm.
And then last week for our WIP and SIP, I started. And so now I'm addicted. So I've gotten a lot done since last week. I've done almost 3 squares since last week. So it's been going good.
Ooh, sorry, I hope that wasn't too loud.
It sounded
just banged down the road.
Sounded
I'm
like
outside today, so
a
I'm
whale jumping into your fish pond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope the background noise isn't bad because I didn't want to be down. I have my craft room. It's downstairs in my basement, and it's not that it's not nice down there. It's just I feel like I'm secluded and disconnected from everything. So I'm sitting out here in my backyard.
Oh, hold on. I got to check it. I haven't looked at it this morning. So yesterday, I had to go to Walmart. And Michael, do you have Walmart in Australia? I don't know if they're in across the world kind of country. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's awake. It's probably hungry. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. I'll have to see if I can get it on camera. So something from my childhood, or maybe I wasn't really a child, more like a teenager, a Tamagotchi. And you got to feed it and take care of it. But I've ignored it since it's hatched pretty much because it's annoying. It is super annoying.
Sorry, this is why you don't have children.
Yeah, it's super annoying. It's beeping like all the time. And I'm like, stop. I had to turn the sound off. So I don't know when it needs anything because the sound's off. And the beeping on it was driving. We trained the dog with a beeping sound, and this beeps. I don't know if I could turn the sound back on, but she hates it. She's like, why are you yelling at me?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the link. We'll go check that out.
Listen. Oh, wait, it didn't do anything. It's annoying.
Yeah, Wyatt had one of them pet things when he was little.
Yeah, Jen, they're fun. Walmart has them. They're like $20, but you can get really cool ones on Amazon. But yeah, it hasn't pooped, so I think my baby has an issue. Yeah,
well, I think you actually have to feed it for it to poop, don't you?
Dude, I'm feeding it candy. I mean, I'm feeding it pie, and it doesn't want anymore. The other thing is, being in my 50s, like I have to usually wear not usually, what am I saying? I have to wear readers, right? If I'm working on something with fine print, I got to put readers on to play with my Tamagotchi. I don't think that's the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, but I'll be taking this everywhere with me and taking care of my angel baby is what it is, I guess. That's wrong, but it is an angel. Got angel wings. Oh, I already messed up.
Does it have angel wings because it's passed on?
Well, no, it probably will pass on though. No, I just thought it was cute. And the angel wings are kind of embossed. Oh, I already messed up. The simplest game, like probably a 5-year-old could play, and I'm like, oh my God, I messed up again. All right, look. This thing is no fun. You probably can't even see it anyway. Okay, look, you don't need to be played with. Go to sleep. But
Well,
yeah.
I am hooked on this diamond painting already. As you guys know, I started this in the afternoon and I worked on this until I couldn't see the little letters anymore. And I was shining my phone up underneath the canvas to make sure I was using, putting the drills in the right spots.
Hey, Michael, is it Tuber Chat Grow and Connect? Or is it just Tuber Chat? Small YouTuber support is his thumbnail.
Jen put the link.
Well, heck, thank you. Hey, Jen, you know what? Lori's coming up here this week, and I'm gonna make her some dill pickle ramen, and she's gonna let me know how it is.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yep.
She's gonna cook some of the from the haul she got from the British pantry and try some of that. And she bought a can of mushy peas. I have childhood trauma with canned peas. I just oh my God, it's awful. I don't know if I can do it.
And hey, Michael, I am sub to him. I've watched his lives now twice, I think. And I know he's got one today, and I think the other one's Friday. This is the guy I was looking for. When I said to Lori, I can't find what channel that was because I asked to be notified. So good. That guy's so good. And I was a little overwhelmed. There was a lot going on, but it was good. Friend tuber now, so you won't have to wait. Yeah. I'm already in there. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that guy got the shtick going though. He jumped on that bandwagon probably pretty fast. Like, I'll help people grow their channels by connecting. But he's good because he did some interviews in the last one I saw with more experienced YouTubers. So he definitely does his work. But like, hey, if you give us a super chat, we'll promote your channel. That's a good business model right there. Oh yeah, Lori, remember I asked you for all those pill bottles? Now you probably want them back.
No, I don't. I do not.
You should. No, maybe not.
I accrue enough pill bottles. I don't need them back. That sounded really bad. I'm not popping pills all the time, but I do have multiple prescriptions I have to take daily. So
Yeah, but we're saying though, if you end up with another diamond painting and you need the storage, more past the 30, the pill bottles
yeah.
they're good. Yeah, Jen, it gets super fast. I messaged Lori, I think it was last week when he was on, and I said, this is a great live. I said, I'm learning a lot, but wow, I'm overwhelmed. My brain was like exploding.
Well, and when you take somebody like me who's not, I mean, I know how to use it. I say I'm not technical, but I mean, I know basic stuff, but I'm not a gamer. I'm not into computer stuff. And, so it's really overwhelming for me. It makes my brain tired.
I'm tired. I was up way too late again. Regina, you must stay up pretty late. And look, you're up early too. Because whenever there's a late night live, and if I go, Regina's there. So
I know we've come to expect you now.
it's true. I was just catching up on chat. Yeah, I know you got to feed it so it poops. But I fed it once yesterday, but it didn't poop. I'm gonna give that thing some castor oil. We'll get it pooping. I'm just also curious if they kind of dumbed them down for kids. So we'll see how it grows. But I don't know. I guess they can make it harder for kids because they're all iPad savvy and computer savvy at like 6 years old.
I know they need to
They
be
know more
outside
than
playing.
Lori.
They need to be outside playing.
Yeah, but you know,
All
you
kids
can-
are on them electronics. Can you tell I'm not a big electronics person? You need to be outside.
yeah, but then you'd miss all the fun of gaming but
Well, see,
not as a kid. I think as a kid you should be outside.
yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
Kids, they just have a device for a babysitter, and instead of getting out and enjoying stuff, learning how to do some yard work, some chores, something.
Look, now you're just being mean. They could just go outside and play. But listen, they don't really have imaginations like we did as kids, I don't think. Even like my dad or anybody who's here, like your dad or your grandparents or great grandparents, when they tell you games that they played as a kid, they're so rudimentary. They're like,
Yeah,
wow, you guys had a great imagination. Whoa, that's super loud.
yeah. Sorry about that.
So, yeah, I don't think kids quite have that.
We were never in the house. I mean, as soon as we got up, had our breakfast, did our little bit of chores, we were outside, and our parents didn't see us until the street light came back on. And if we weren't playing football or basketball at the park, riding bike, whatever, we were at somebody's house playing laying in the yard playing a game, a board game or something.
Yep. We should go to the Dollar Tree. I have a Dollar Tree near me, but it's not a good one at all. It's horrible. It's dark. Like you go inside, I'm like, why isn't this store lit up? But once you hit the first aisle, you realize why it's not lit up. It's so disorganized. There's stuff all over the place. So if it was lit up, it would look really bad. It's
We
not
um
good.
we have Five Below now.
Yeah, that's a nice store. I've been in there.
Did you when you all were younger, did you have a duck walls? We had duck walls. And so everything in there was like a penny, 10 cents.
Yeah. That's because Lori's older than the dinosaurs. It was the first Dollar Tree.
Duck walls.
It was called, I don't know what it was called, but no, we did have places like that though. I'm putting these in the wrong spot. It's okay. Just move them up where they need to go. If you're in here and you diamond paint, do you prefer the round drills or the square drills? I like the squares. I was seeing Lori had me go to somebody's live yesterday. I don't remember who it was. Yeah, I think Regina might. No, I don't know. I don't know if Regina was there. It was Flutter and Sip,
Yes.
and she was showing some new ones she got, and the grid was really loose. There were like huge gaps between the drills. It was really weird. That's why I like the squares because they just fit together. I
Well, I
don't have.
think that's what she was saying was that was a square, and
It
she
looked
was
like it was
saying the
for round.
mat looked like it was more for the round
I
because
know.
they weren't tight.
Yeah, but there was the training circle was square, so it was weird. Definitely weird. I can't wait to get. That's the thing. Like I just want to get it done. I enjoy the process to a point, but I want to get it done so I can start the next one.
So I'm curious, what was everybody's, or what is your occupation, or what was your occupation? I'm medically retired, and both me and Vicky are from the medical field. That's how we became friends.
Which was a fun job. My most favorite job, though, I think, was my college job when I worked at a convenience store. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, she definitely should get a light board. I got my light board at, I think it was Michael's. I think you can get them cheaper on Temu, but it wasn't. Mine wasn't expensive.
Yeah, I've looked at a couple of them and they're not too bad. Even off of Temu, they had some that was actually a kit that came with some trays and stuff too. So I was looking at that because the whole phone, like I said, I put my iPhone with the flashlight on so I could last night when it just got where I couldn't see them.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm not having any trouble, but being tired and then the lighting.
One thing I do if I order from Temu, because I find anymore that a lot of the Temu items are also on Amazon.
Yes.
Might be a different company name, but the pictures are the same. So I'm assuming it's the same product. So I'll look at, I can't do reviews on Temu. I think they're all fake. I just think they're fake because it'll be like a whole bunch of different names of people and the comment is exactly the same. So I'll go to Amazon and look to see if the reviews are any good. You have a 3-size light board. Do you mean you have 3 light boards? Different sizes? I was thinking about getting a I don't know, like a tilt table kind of thing.
That's
An
the one I
easel.
was looking at where it tilts. You can lay it flat or it has a stand where you can tilt it up.
My concern with that, though, and the reason I wanted it was because of my neck and always having to
Yes.
look down. But I feel like I would end up with a shoulder issue with a tilt table, having to have my arm all the way up, and my shoulder's worse than my neck, so I decided against it. I just need to take a few more breaks here and there. How much was that thing, Lori? Give or take.
They ranged and spin the wheel and get your discount. So the one I was looking at, there was a couple of them. One was like $5.99 and then the other ones were like $20.
How do you go from $5.99 to $20?
Don't quite know, but they had a bunch of different ones on there.
Problem is, I don't know. You know who has a nice table is, I don't know her name, but it's a crafting enthusiast. And if I say that enough, I'll probably remember her name. But she has it is a big tilt board because she'll work her diamond art clubs, which are big paintings on it. What's her name? I don't know. But anyway, she has a really good channel. It's the crafting enthusiast. Oh, you know what? Oh, what did you say here? I got good deals on Amazon.
The rechargeable,
I
yeah,
didn't even know
yeah.
they made a rechargeable. Are you serious? I need a rechargeable for sure. I didn't know that. Oh, her name's Autumn. And I'll put her link in here. She has a really nice tilt table. I would like that. Oops. Yeah, I'm so leery on Temu. They've been pretty good about if I got something that was either broken or complete trash, but the last time they weren't so good about it. They weren't understanding what I was saying because I bought some beaded pen kits and so I bought just beaded pens and then I bought like the beads separately to go on it. And the one bead kit was missing one of the silicone beads. So I tried to explain that to them and they kept thinking I was missing the whole order. And that wasn't my point. I'm like, no, I'm just missing a part of it. And they're like, well, we see on our cameras that it got sent out, and they wouldn't refund me on it, or they wouldn't even send me the missing pieces.
Just FYI, I've lost my extra link here that I can see the chat on. So I can't see the chat.
Well, boy, that's going to make your live streaming day miserable. isn't it? Didn't you
So
find your, did you not find your cord?
no. And so the cord I'm using is not charging it fast enough for it to be able to stay on.
These are newbie YouTuber trials and tribulations. Should have charged it last night.
Yes, but I wasn't thinking about that.
That's what I'm saying. Our YouTuber trials and tribulations. You don't order off places like Temu? And Virginia, you've never done squares? You should get one because they look intimidating, but when it's all done, because they're so tightly interlocked together, it's like taking building blocks and just putting them next to each other. When it's all done, even if it's not straight, like the lines aren't perfectly straight, you can't tell that. So, because sometimes for me, if it's too hot, my glue is really goopy and my drills will move around a little bit, but you can't tell. Now you can tell with the circles because there's such a gap in between there. If one of them moves towards another color, I think you can tell sometimes. You worked at JCPenney's? I love JCPenney's. Regina, that's where Regina used to work, Lori.
At JCPenney's?
17 years.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
I've done several jobs. I mean, when of course, your younger kid jobs. And then I worked for Intel for 7 years. And then my first husband, he wanted to go be a truck driver. So we went and got our truck driving licenses, and I drove a semi all over the country until our son was born. And then after we got divorced, I moved back here to the Springs, and I went back to school and became a physical therapist assistant. And so did that for over 25 years.
Well, I don't have such a great story. My first job was picking peaches.
Picking peaches? Oh, nice. I think
It
I
was
beat
not
you
fun.
more than I picked.
It wasn't fun. Let's see. Never done squares. You don't order off. Yeah. If I order off anything like Temu, I don't know. I guess I go into it with the thought of, this is prior to tariffs, though. I would go into it with the thought of, well, if it's junk, I've only spent 40 cents. It's okay. But now with the tariffs, the prices have gotten almost as expensive as Amazon. And I'm always worried about them stealing my credit card, which I don't know why, because most, you've got your credit card all over the interwebs, probably. So if I do order from Temu, I have to pay a little more, but I'll go to the grocery store and just get a prepaid Visa and load it with, like $50 or whatever. And then I'll use that to order from Temu. I've never ordered from places like Shein or anything like that. Okay. We were thinking about Lori and I were thinking about chipping in and getting one of those like mystery boxes of the unclaimed mail.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at them auctions.
Yeah, but there's places, well, I don't know how the auctions work, but there are places where they just have like they have like tiers, right?
Mhm.
So like maybe their cheapest is $25 up to like $500. How do they know what's in there? I asked my husband that. Did you think they got to scan that mail, right? So they would kind of have an idea? Because a company could lose a lot of money, yeah? Or don't they care? I don't know.
They don't care.
Yeah. I don't know, but I would love to open one of those. Just see what's in there. We should do that. Where is that? Where the auction was in the Springs, but like, was it a legit auction place?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like UPS and there's all different ones that.
So it's an auction site where the actual companies go and list their stuff.
Boxes, yeah.
So it wasn't a company that already had, like one company that had UPS, FedEx all together.
Yeah, well, like there's a government one, and there's just all kinds.
Yeah, we'd have to make sure it's legit, but yeah, Amazon does it too.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Erin, and I think initially she had got one from Amazon, but then she got from another place too. And what the good thing though that Erin did, and we could probably do this too, is that if we got one and there was some stuff in there we didn't want, she just donates it. She'll take it to like the Goodwill or the church. Because sometimes it's clothing that isn't going to fit you.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, kids' toys you don't want. So she'll just donate them. We could do that.
Oh, absolutely.
Although if they're Tamagotchis, I'm keeping them. I'm going to get a whole herd of them. Be my own little, like, orphanage, I guess. I'm going to buy you one, Lori, and see if you can keep it alive. You can keep the starter dough alive. I think you can keep it alive. Have you ever had one?
Well, one of those pet ones, the kids is, and we ended up feeding the thing because them boys, we were, when me and Brad got married, we were a blended family. So I have a stepson who is 4 years older than my son. So he will be 34 this year, and Wyatt will be 30. But anyways, the kids had all that stuff.
Yeah, and Jen says, but you will feed it and take care of them. Laughing my ass off.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe I'll be like, I don't have time for this. I'm an empty nester. I don't have to take care of. Got my own pets to take care of.
You just, well, and if I can figure the lighting out, I mean, it's a moot point now, but I was gonna do, the life of my Tamagotchi video series, but I was so excited to get it that I unboxed it yesterday, pulled the little tab off of the battery and said, let's do this. And I didn't really plan out the lighting, and I was getting a lot of reflection. So now he's like, 2 days old or something. So it's a moot point.
Well, if I got one, Jen, I'd be like, guess what? You're going to go stay at Auntie Vicky's house.
Well, yeah, but you know what Auntie Vicky does? She doesn't feed you. She turns the lights off and puts you in the closet. So I don't know if they want to stay at my house. It's like a bad night of trick-or-treating. Just go to bed. I'm almost done with this square. I'm so excited. And I love this. But it does, well, you just started yesterday, right? How long did you diamond paint for, Lori, yesterday? Do you think?
Oh, probably
20 minutes?
total, maybe 2 hours.
Did your neck hurt this morning?
Yes, it
Okay.
did. And that's kind of why I was looking at them tilt tables.
Yeah.
Because it's not good on my
Yeah,
neck.
I've been living on the Motrin. It doesn't, it's just like anything else with your body. It doesn't hurt while I'm doing it because I'm in a awkward position that keeps no pain. But then when you stop, you've got to stand up and be normal again.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't have sat like that.
I actually have my diamond painting on a clipboard, and so I can stand it up or kind of be able to change positions. It's small, so it's not a big problem.
It will turn into a big problem when you end up with a 70 by 70, 80 by 80 and bigger.
Yeah, I'll stick with these small ones for now.
Oh yeah, and I have those too. So I have to make a list or I'll forget, but I'll pull those out. I'll pull out the storage system and I'll pull out the Temu ones that I have. And if you want them, you can have them.
Oh, well, that is so sweet. Thank you.
You did Shein. You're welcome. You did Shein last year. Is Shein just like Temu? I always thought Shein was more clothing.
Or is it like Wayfair? I did Wayfair once.
No, Wayfair is legit and Wayfair is expensive. Shein's a lot like Temu price wise, but I thought it was clothing. That's one thing. I will not buy clothing online. That just turns into having to return it all the time. I'm also the person though who will find like one thing that fits well and buy like 20 of them. Pants, shirts, sweat. I have more cardigans, sweaters than one person. Remember we go to Kohl's on Black Friday?
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
you used to do that for work because they
Yeah.
had cargo pants and cardigans and a t-shirts. That's what you wore
Yep.
for work.
And I would get them at Kohl's on Black Friday. And I'm like, I'll take 7 pairs of these pants and, 7 different cardigans. They're all still in my closet and they're like in pristine condition. Might wear them one day.
Sure.
I know, probably not. I have 2 pairs in there that I bought. I don't know if you remember, but they were like a pinkish color.
Those dusty rose ones. Yes, I do remember those.
And I've never worn those. And I have ones that were also kind of like a purple color. Never wore those either. So I don't know. One day I might need them. I don't keep a lot of extra clothing, but if something is still in really good condition, I'll keep it. Oh my goodness, I am so almost done.
Do you guys ever watch medical shows?
If you bring up like Dr. Pimple, you know who, do not bring it up.
No.
Gross.
I
Gross.
like watching stuff, and I love watching Untold Stories of the ER. That's a good one. And yes, it's kind of creepy, but I like to watch Dr. G, Medical Examiner. It's so interesting to me. I love watching that stuff.
You know what I'm watching right now on Netflix? Wednesday, season 2.
Oh.
I didn't watch the whole first season because I couldn't get into it, but I just rewatched it and it was cute. It's like Harry Potter.
Right. Dr. Pimple Popper is good. I do watch that one. And they have one, and I know Vicky could watch it. They have one that's all about it's podiatrist. Oh my God.
Listen, I don't know what's wrong with people who want to become a podiatrist. And if you're in our chat and you are one, you need to go see a psychiatrist.
Oh
Be
my
looking
God,
at people's feet all day long in the worst condition ever. No. I'd rather be a surgeon. Guts are guts, but
Pimple Popper is a good show. I love watching that.
Look, so here's content for you then. You need to get yourself some pimples, get in the bathroom in the mirror, because apparently everyone wants to watch it, and you pop some pimples for us.
Well, no, she takes out some huge lipomas. Oh my God.
Okay, well, I'm not even going to Google that. Not even going to Google to see what that means. Please. We need content. You will do whatever you have to do. Get in there and pop some pimples.
Dr. G, yeah, I love Dr. G. That's the medical examiner.
Oh, I thought it was the Indian guy from the weight loss show. What's his name?
Dr. Now.
Dr. Now. Okay. G Now. Kind of the same. No, I can't even do my own either. Never have. In fact, even as a child, one of my mom's memories of me is like she put me in the grass and I just would not have it with bare feet. So, nope.
So we were talking yesterday on that other live, we were talking about crime stuff. And Dr. G, if you remember, because we just mentioned this, Vicky, that Casey, where the little girl, they found her in Florida, the highway worker found her and she'd been missing for a very long time, and the mother was on trial and she happened to get off. Dr. D did the autopsy on that little girl.
Yeah.
And that was a really good show. And I believe crime shows on, yes, that's from yesterday. But she did the autopsy on that little girl and told all of the stuff that she was not allowed to say during the trial. Yes, yes. And that woman, she killed that little girl and got away with it. Like I said, if you go and watch Dr. G, she said she 100% knows that that little girl did not drown accidentally. Whatever her reasoning was that had happened to her. I'm running out of K's. I think I'm gonna be moving on to a new color here soon.
So are you hunting by, like, you pull out one color and do the whole, all of them?
Well, I started down here at the bottom, and
You
then I
gotta
turn it
move it up.
and
If you don't,
then work. But yes, I started with one color and then did half of it, or if I had some left over. It depends
gotcha.
how many I see. If there's not too many, then I'll just finish out the color.
Gotcha.
I kind of have to do that. Yeah, I can't jump around, you know.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Do you just fill in a section and then keep changing colors until that
Yep.
section is full, or do you run out the color?
Nope, I do the first.
If I was doing a big one, that's how I would do it. But for this little one, because the square is so small, it's about the size of a patch you would probably do in a section.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
I have the cover sheets. I think they're 6 by 6. So each square, then let me look in the camera. I think I need to move I moved on. And I didn't move my camera.
Section off and do section, yeah.
And then I'll actually take the cover sheet and divide that 6 by 6 in half. Because if I don't, my hand is sticking to the glue.
Yes.
So I just put that over it and then, yeah. So I have 1, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 trays out right now with the colors that are mostly in that square. Inspection mine sections, yeah. I tried the first time. My very first one was a really big one from Michael's that I've never finished. And I tried just to go by skipping around and I couldn't do it. Things were moving all over the place. Oh, you're doing a greeting card, Regina? Are you gonna post a picture of it? I would like to see it. Are you talking to yourself?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you are. You almost work from the middle out so your arm doesn't rub. So then, oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. I was thinking about that the other day because my drills that I were placing were kind of moving around just because of the heat. And then I'm like, gosh, I wonder if when I'm leaning on the other drills, if they're moving around. I can't see it. That is one wonderful thing about getting older. I mean, I don't want to lose my vision, but what's it called? Acuity is not quite there. So if something's moved around, it's pretty much okay with me. Or the dirt on my baseboard that I probably am not seeing. That should be a video. I think I'm gonna do that AI thing where the AI will pick out the glasses you should wear and just see what it comes up with. Because I feel like I really should be wearing glasses. Oh, wait, we were talking about kids a little while ago, and I wanted to say that, like, how kids don't really have imagination anymore. They don't need it. Because Lori and I, once we found Chat GPT, we were like, oh my gosh, you're the best writer in the world. So
Yeah,
I don't think kids have much imagination. They just go to Chat GPT or a program like it.
Yeah, how are they doing that for school? I mean, is that scanned into for plagiarism? I mean, how are they not writing their own report? I mean, I know you would know their voice and know that that's not how they write, but I mean,
You
my
would know
goodness,
their style, but if you were
their
like
style.
new to that
Yep.
student and you
Yeah.
didn't know anything about them,
No.
you probably have no idea that that was Chat GPT.
So I guess you don't need to learn English anymore, and you don't need to learn how to write. It's kind of like handwriting. You know, when my son was in school, they told me, well, he doesn't need to know how to write. And I said, he has to know how to write his name, sign a signature, because they don't teach cursive or
Yeah, but
anything.
you don't have to. You can print your name on a check now. They don't care. So long as your name's on that check, they'll take it.
Yeah. Well,
Because they know a lot of people don't know cursive.
yeah. And his aunt was a second grade, third grade school teacher. And when he was little, he spent a lot of time with her learning how to write the Palmer method.
But yeah, you can just you want to know what's crazy are the fees. So I went to pay our water bill yesterday and I was going to do it online. And you could do it with like your MasterCard, your Visa, Amex, whatever. And you could either do it as a credit card, a debit card. You could use PayPal, Amazon Pay, probably Venmo. I wasn't really paying attention. But any of those choices, there was not one of those choices that did not have a $3.86 fee. And I said, when's this bill due? It said the 20th. I backed out of all of it. I said, I'll just put it in the mail for whatever the postage is. $4 processing fee. That seems extensive. It's another gallon of water. I try and pay as much as I can, just like over the phone if it's free or online
Mm-hmm.
and not have to write out checks. What's today? Today's Tuesday. I bet you I have this whole thing done by maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I do have to do a live with how I put my release paper down. Yeah, that would be a great idea, Jen. Because even though I know what you're saying, I still would like to see it. I'm not going to try it until I see it. Because you'd have to constantly then be turning your canvas. Like if you start in the middle, do you work to the south first and then to the east and then the west? Yeah, do a video. I'd appreciate it.
I work right to left, so you're not dragging your hand across the bottom to top, and and then I'll turn it.
See, the problem I had with turning mine was that when you hold a pen or a pencil, you have an angle to how you hold it.
Mm-hmm.
So like mine always have a bit of a right drift to it. Like I have to push them a bit to the left to make them straight. So if you start turning it, the drills are all going to be a little bit different. The ones that you work straight from the south part, but when you turn it, yeah, it's different. Oh, you have done a live on that. I'm assuming the video is still up, Jen? And are you able to see comments now, Lori?
Yes, awesome,
Okay.
Regina. Three rounds. I'm gonna have to walk this evening when it cools off because it's already getting too hot out here. But I'll walk on my treadmill. I got to catch up with you.
That is wonderful, though.
Yeah, that is awesome.
It's not easy to get out and walk. Walking should be like fun. I don't know. I don't find walking fun.
It isn't fun when you're by yourself.
Even then, it's even if you were with me, I still wouldn't find it fun
Well,
because
because you don't.
I'm like leaving point A, and I've got to walk to point B, and then I got to walk back to point A. I don't like it. It's a means of transportation. Like if we go to a festival, we'll walk probably 10 miles in a day sometimes. And I don't mind it, but just getting out on a trail and hiking or walking, that's just not for me.
Well, the problem with me, one of the many things, is like when we walked a lot of miles in one day. I just lost my screen again. We walked a lot of miles in a day, and then after I had to medically retire, I don't do anything but sit or just putz around the house, and you get you get weak awful quick. So that's why I want to get up and walking because I don't move enough.
We are the worst. Lori and I are like kind of the same. Like we like to be at home. Find nothing wrong with being at home.
Oh yeah.
Because for years we've said when I moved back, we're an hour apart, which is not a lot. And it's a super nice drive, but it still takes up 2 hours of your socialization time just in driving. But we used to say, once a week, I'm going to come down to your place, and once a week, you're going to come down to my place. And like we would both just fall through on it. Pick up the phone. What are you doing? So, yeah, we have to force ourselves, which is one of the things that's nice a bit about the YouTube channel is we have to, and it is forcing, forcing doesn't always mean that something is bad or you don't like it because we like doing the YouTube stuff, but we have to like force ourselves to get out and record because we both find it a little awkward. Like, what are people thinking if I'm in like Hobby Lobby and I'm recording?
Yeah, my social anxiety goes through the roof.
The live is called Let's Chat while I get my DP ready. Okay, Jen, I'm going to check that out. I would like to see how that works. Did you do it with round drills or square drills? I don't get anxiety over it. I just feel stupid.
Well, yeah, that's where my I feel stupid, and then it gets my anxiety up.
Oh, you don't get anxiety. I just like this. It's like stupid. What? Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe it is anxiety because I'll be like, well, what are people thinking?
Yeah.
But not like where my heart's racing or I'm having, anxiety. Yeah. Not that bad. Now, what is that bad? Because Lori and I have been like, we've got to get in front of the camera more, blah, blah, blah. We've talked about this. So yesterday I was, pulled the camera out and was recording myself so I can get used to it because it's weird. It just shows how I lay down the paper. Okay. I'm not, as you can tell in mine, I mean, I'm not good at laying down my paper. It's all wonky. Everything's covered, but it's very wonky. So Dr. G is a medical examiner?
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's amazing because I watch a lot of trials. There are some medical examiners that have seen a lot and have I don't know, just really famous cases. There was one, I don't know what his name is. And I want to know why would they have a medical examiner for Johnny Depp? That it wasn't that trial. It was another big trial. But anyway, this guy was involved with the Kennedy autopsy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they call in experts that are just these people are, I mean, morticians and they're not morticians. What are they called? Medical examiners.
Medical
It's a,
examiner.
it doesn't sound like a fun job, but wow, some of these people are they've seen so many things. I wouldn't want that job. Not at all. retired now, but she used to have a show. Oh, I got you. Well, hey, and I didn't read the whole article, but I hear that those funeral homeowners from Colorado who did the
Yeah,
really horrible, I heard they changed their plea or something, and I thought their initial plea was guilty.
I
But
thought
if
their initial plea was guilty.
so, that means they would have changed it to not guilty. So I got to look
Yeah,
into that.
I hadn't read that. For those of you who don't know,
I mean, look.
down in Penrose, Colorado, there was a mortuary here, and they were taking in people for, cremation and all of that stuff. And they just abandoned them in the building down there. And I think there was over 200 people or something in there, and the neighbors started smelling it so bad that they called the police, and they finally went in and found the remains of all of these people. No refrigeration, no nothing. They just basically dumped them there. It's just horrific.
Well, apparently there was a husband and wife,
Yes.
and the wife must have pled not guilty initially
Nature.
because, huh?
What's the name of it? Nature.
I gotta look. I'm not sure. It didn't. Return to nature.
Return to nature.
But the woman, she must have pled not guilty because just 7 days ago she changed her plea to guilty.
Oh.
She pled guilty in federal court to conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Carrie Halliford faces a maximum of 20 years in prison just for that. That's a huge case, though.
Yeah, I watched Dr. G's reruns on the Roku live. Just we don't pay for any TV service, so I watch on that. But yeah, that whole mortuary thing, and they had, I guess, another mortuary up here in the Springs, but so I don't know if like they were taking people from here down there. It's just horrific um what those people did. I think Vicky's looking it up, the article. But yeah, they finally went in there after it was processed, and they were able to get everybody separated and whatnot. I mean, there's not a nice way to say that, but in the process, they demolitioned that whole building and removed it from down there, so it's no longer there. But um, I don't know how a person could even begin to have a mindset to do that. They charged you 4% at the dentist, Regina, for your dental visit yesterday. Oh yeah. I think that's something you never ever will forget. I can't imagine. I haven't been on the news lately, but that town there, those poor folks in Texas that were hit with that flood, have they finally have they been able to find everybody yet? I kind of lost track of what was going on there.
Yeah, I left to get some coffee.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah, well, yeah, not having a smoke.
Oh, now we
I'm,
know the truth.
I'm quitting that though. I am gonna quit. I have to sit down. We finally got our new insurance cards, and I have to go in and set up my account, and then, yeah.
I have to figure out. I just received I told you my Medicare card, which takes effect in October, but I have to figure out how all that works. Yeah, I knew they found all the girls from that camp, but I know from just the surrounding area, there was still a lot missing.
Are you talking about the guy that killed his daughters and then they haven't found him yet?
No, no, no. We were talking about the Texas flood. Because
Oh,
Jen had mentioned, the smell from Katrina.
yeah.
And so I was curious because I hadn't um, followed with what was going on. I lost track with the Texas flood.
Yeah. That was a horrible thing. Our world be a changing. Did you know there were meteor showers last night? Do you know I stood out there? That's why my neck hurts. Because I stood out there trying to crane my neck up. I saw one shooting star. But somebody just said this morning in one of the groups that for here, Wednesday night's going to be the peak for here.
Uh-huh.
So if it's clear, I'm going to try and record some video, like hyperlapse video of the meteor shower. That should be pretty cool. Yeah, isn't it amazing though? I mean, the work they've put into finding all the bodies, even when the plane crashed in the Potomac,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to recover all those people. I mean, those kind of workers, they deserve a round of applause. I thought you guys were still talking true crime.
Oh, we got a little bit of everything going on.
I love true crime. I love trial TV. I
Yeah,
love
you're
our
big in
court
that trial
system.
TV.
I am. I love our court system. I've never been called for jury duty. Um, because when we were military, I kept my residence in Michigan. So if they'd pull me for jury duty, I couldn't go because I wasn't living there. So I always got out of it. And I don't know, my husband got called for jury duty where we live now, and it's a really small area, and there were no trials going on. And I think that's probably the norm here. I hear that federal trials, like if you get pulled for grand jury, that's pretty cool. I would love to be on grand jury.
That's one of my biggest fears. I mean, I would love to do it, but right now, being older and like with my medications and stuff that I have, I don't think I could pay attention, and I would want to pay attention, and I would just feel like I wouldn't be able to process all the information coming at me.
Yeah, they wouldn't pick you. You might still have to go and answer the questions, but
Yeah. No, I
yeah,
have a lifetime uh letter that
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not on the due to medical, I'm not
yeah.
on the jury
I would
thing.
love to go. I could watch trial all day long.
And I just think that is something you really, really have to pay attention to. You know, your
Oh
mind
yeah.
can't be drifting off in la la land or be distracted by.
I think when you're there though, I think it's pretty engaging.
Yeah,
It's not like sitting there listening to, you know, a presenter ramble on for hours. I mean, the information is pretty engaging. I don't think, you know.
yeah, Regina, that little letter for the medical, you go and submit it, and it's a lifetime.
Yeah, I would love to do it. Just to be part of the process, but then, you know, also do your civic duty. That's part of it, but you have never been selected, sadly.
Yeah, I've been selected probably half a dozen times. I went through the whole process all the way up to sitting in front of the judge, and then had gotten excused
See,
after that.
I would be begging, like, no, no, I got this. I got you. Just take me.
I think I
Whatever you
probably
need.
I think I probably put off the hang 'em high vibe. They excused me because I guess it was um well, I know it was they because they brought the guy in the courtroom. He had had an assault with an officer, and I have quite a few friends that are in law enforcement, so I was excused from that one. But that
See,
was the closest I ever got.
normally they'll take you though, because nowadays, well, I don't know when that was, but like now, you can't have a trial for a case. Like you could, like say Brian Kohlberger, I would put an L in there. There's no L, but he was on trial in Idaho, but his case was so well publicized across our country because of social media.
Hmm.
Everybody knows about his case. So, you know, they can't, it's not like you're not going to get a fair trial. What they're looking for is, can you be impartial? Even if you know of the case and know what he did, and, you know, you're going to get way more information when you're sitting there, but can you be impartial?
Yeah.
Um, so that's, you know, even if you like, so if it was like the situation you were in nowadays, they're going to be, okay, so you've got friends in law enforcement, that's fine. But for this case, can you put that aside and be impartial, listen to the evidence, and make a decision?
No, they asked me that, and I said yes, I can be an impartial and sit and listen, and then make you know, um a judgment based on what I heard, and not, be not biased because of that, but they still discharged me.
I'm looking this up now, Michael. This one's out of Kentucky. They must not have publicized that one. I've not heard of that one.
What was that one? I can't see my.
I'm trying to see what he did. These are the phone calls. On July 8th, found Hoke and Joseph Lawson guilty in the 2015 murders of a woman and gave them life in prison plus 5 years, but they are eligible for parole. This wasn't, yeah, that's not the one. Yeah, no, I hadn't heard of that one. I'll have to look to some more research on that one. Oh, huh. Where's that documentary at, Jen? Is that on Netflix? Where are my wives? Oh, they're already out. I just watched a documentary on, I want to say it was HBO, but it was about a girl on a cruise ship who ended up missing off the cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like 30 years ago. And they still have no idea where she is. Oh, it was on Peacock. I don't think I have Peacock anymore. My other favorite show is Law and Order. And so
Uh-huh.
when they have seasons running, I did a free trial on Peacock so I could watch the episodes. But my free trial expired, so.
Well, my husband, when he gets home from work, he takes over the TV, which is fine. He has been into watching Ancient Aliens. Oh my God, drives me crazy. And he sits there and just watches those episodes.
Did we lose her? It sounded like we lost her. She got kind of robot-y and stopped talking. Let me type and see. She may not know. Oh, there you are. You're back. You were gone for a while.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was just about to type it in and then I came back on.
Oh, huh.
You
Yeah,
got
I was
real,
talking away and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
that
you
must
got
not
kind of
be in.
robot-y and then it was just gone.
Oh. I must have lost some signal or something.
Signal. Are you still
No,
having that trouble?
yeah. I I wonder if it's because I have my phone on do not disturb, but
Uh-huh.
that didn't affect the mic.
No, I wouldn't think so. And we didn't lose video. We just lost Mike. We
The
just
mic.
lost Mike, lose
That's
Mike.
weird. Well, what I was saying is that the only documentary, you can't even call them documentaries that we have been watching is when Brad gets home. He has been into watching that Ancient Aliens I was telling you about.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, some of the stuff they come up with, it's like they can see it into everything, every little thing they relate back to Ancient Aliens um, stuff.
I would think all aliens are ancient, though. I don't think aliens die. I think they're a bit like elves. Well, I mean, if they're supposed to be a superior race, they surely aren't dying.
Jason the Cop and those two in Boston. Did I miss something? I'm not sure what that. Do you mean the Boston bombers?
The only Boston case I followed was Karen Reed. And I'm very glad that she got off. Because those were, and probably still are, some pretty corrupt police in Canton. Yeah, I don't know who Jason the Cop is. Hey, you never know. Aliens could be your neighbors. Freaking think my
Right?
neighbors are alien, dude. I have one really nice neighbor, and then the other side, they're not quite so nice. I mean, they're not outside screaming or anything. They just don't seem that friendly. You know how it is, like because we've only lived here like a year and a half, and when everybody first moves in together, you wave or whatever. Like I think we waved, and like they like never responded back.
Or they turn and look the other way. That's always so uncomfortable.
And like the other side of the property, that neighbor, she was like, we put the fence up around the property first. So each of the neighbors got essentially a free side of the fence. And the one neighbor's like, she's an older lady. And she's like, do you want me to pay for half of that? And, of course we told her no. It's just a nice thing to do. But like the other neighbors never even offered. Like, okay, well, that's okay. Because we would have said no, but yeah, they're not very friendly. So they're
Yeah,
probably alien.
it could be.
Mm-hmm. Every morning, though, that I see a lot of cars outside there and like her husband home, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's having that baby at home today. I need to close my windows. There were a lot of cars there, like early this morning. That's just weird. I don't think even in all the years of working in a hospital that I ever heard a person birthing a baby. And everything I see on TV, it's very loud. So you better do a lot of deep breathing.
I think it depends on the person.
It probably also depends on if you get meds, but when you're having a home birth, I don't think you can get meds.
I didn't have any meds because Wyatt was born over in Montrose, Colorado, and it was a small town, and they didn't have an on-call anesthesiologist, so it was all natural. There was no choice about it.
Yeah.
And I think when you go into it with that mindset, it's different. But I do remember this girl in the next room. She was just screaming bloody murder. And the nurse asked me if I was doing okay. And I said, yeah, I'm all right. I said, but I'm getting scared because whatever is affecting that girl, I'm getting scared. And she said, she said, honey, you're almost done. She said, that girl hadn't even started dilating yet. She said she didn't take the birthing classes. So it wasn't bad. Yes, it hurt, but there's an end to it. But I won't forget that. She just, oh my God, I was getting so scared. Like, what's happening? Can you guys hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, Jen, I can't really, I can get the box to show you the picture, but it's a diamond art club and it's called Dragon Hill.
Uh-huh.
So it's like a picture of a green dragon's head, and then there's trees on it, and I'm just getting to his eye right here, I think. And then there's like these little guys with swords like walking up the dragon's snout. I don't know if they don't realize that it's a dragon because it looks like a hill, or they have swords, so maybe they're going to fight it. I don't know.
Are they like hobbits?
No, they're stick figures really on this one. But it's let's see, how big is it? I probably can't see it because the other part's hanging down the back of my desk. I would say it's like a 70 by 80, maybe. James got it for me for, I don't know, I think Christmas or my birthday, one of them. And I ran out of stuff to do, so I started it. I love dragons, but this would not have been one I would have chosen because it's just very green and blue.
Mm-hmm.
I like a bit more color in there, but it's not bad. Welcome back, Regina. Michael, if you're still here, what time is it in Australia? And if you're not, I'm going to have to ask Alexa. I hate confetti. I hate it. I hate it. I don't have enough containers to do confetti. Where are you at? Where are you? Why did I think you were in Australia? Are you in New Zealand?
Ooh, I'd love to see New Zealand.
Yeah, that's a good size. Hold on. Oh, wait. Man, hold on. So confused. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah,
You're
never.
not in New Zealand if you're close to Fort Knox.
No, I got him and Tony mixed up. Look, we're still trying to get everybody straight. You're the raccoon man.
He's a Texan.
I watched like I don't even know on that playlist how many hours of those little raccoons.
Trash pandas.
I kept going to Laura. I'm still watching raccoons. I love the new camera though with the color. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm a little scared of raccoons. They're I don't know. We had some under our porch one time, and when they trapped them for us, released them somewhere. But when they were in the cages, of course, I could get up and see them. Boy, they had big claws, huge. So yeah, but watching them on your cam is relaxing. I was watching last night's video while I was diamond painting and just the crickets in the background. And
I have a raccoon story. You want to hear it?
uh-huh.
It's actually how I broke my hand in March. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I heard this ruckus outside like there was a bloodbath going on. And all I could think of was my little dog was outside and something was getting her, because we do have fox and coyote and skunk. We've got some nature that comes through here. And I leaped out of bed, ran, made it through my bedroom door, and then face planted into a bureau and ended up breaking my hand. But anyways, none of the dogs were outside. It was two raccoons fighting, two big males, and they were just rolling all over the backyard. I'm going at it like World War III. I've never heard anything like that. It was like something was being murdered out there.
Well, one was probably trying to do that to the other one.
Oh, I guess during mating season, I'm assuming that's probably mating season in March. I guess they can get really aggressive with each other and they can fight. But oh my gosh, um, Google it if you want to hear raccoons fighting, because it is pretty vicious.
They run away from you. Huh. So they're not raccoons aren't nocturnal. Then they're out during the day too, like foxes.
Yeah, I thought they were nocturnal.
But then again, too, his video to the day one might be just like dusk, which would make sense.
Like skunks. Skunks are nocturnal too, aren't they?
I would say so because you don't really see them during the day. But foxes aren't. I didn't realize. I always thought foxes were nocturnal, but they're not.
Yeah, and they've got a funny screech too. It almost sounds like a baby crying if you've ever
Fox, yeah.
ever heard fox.
They're scary. I thought it was a banshee in the woods in Virginia, but it was a fox. And many raccoon friends that came to visit at night for some goodies. Oh, you used to trap them too? Yeah. But you got possums too, and those guys creep me out worse than fox, honestly. I mean, than raccoons. Those possums they are creepy little dudes. You know what we have here, and I've only ever seen one, is I saw a porcupine. But I only ever saw one. Which is a kind of a cool creature to see. I grew up on the East Coast, and so a lot of the animals out on this more western area you don't see on the East Coast unless you go to a zoo.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Can you hear the cicadas? They just started up.
No, I asked my dad that because that's a sure sign you had to go back to school when those cicadas started.
They are so loud and they flip on like a switch and then they'll shut back off.
Yep. I hated that
They're
sound.
going at it right now.
No, I don't want to go back to school. I still wouldn't want to go back to school. I'd rather work a job than go back to school. Why is that, Michael? Oh, Jen said it too. They're harmless. Are you sure? No animal is harmless, in my opinion.
What's harmless?
A possum?
They are, I guess. Well, I don't want to misspeak and say they can't, but they don't carry rabies, and
Yeah.
I guess they're actually very clean and can make very good pets.
I don't know. I couldn't. That snout and those little beady eyes, I just couldn't. I find nothing cute about those guys. Michael, how long have you been running a channel? I could go look, but I'm too lazy. Okay, Regina, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Regina. Have a great day.
They eat all kinds of poisonous snakes and thousands of ticks. Really? Gotcha. Interesting. Regina says they don't go out of their way to come after you. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of not interested. And let's get back to talking about true crime and people doing bad things because possums are creeping me out. The mass murderers, not so much. The possum, yeah, it's creeping me. But let's see your painting, Laura. If I could make you bigger, I could get a look at it. Hold on. I will not kick you off the stage, I promise. Lori Solo. All right, you're going big.
Yeah, here, let me turn it around so it's right side up.
Yeah, because that way it almost looks like a hydrogen bomb exploding.
Is that better?
Hold on. It will be, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're almost done.
It's coming along.
You're going to have to run yourself to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and get another one.
I know, right?
You did a good job, too. Your rows are nice and straight.
Oh, thank you. I'm just sticking them over the letter.
Yeah, well, that doesn't always happen. I had my channel a long time, but just started to grow since COVID. So let me move Lori back to, okay. And I think I asked in a comment, but I didn't see if you responded. Have they had babies and do they bring like the babies onto camera when it's baby season? I saw a deer. Well, actually it was three does and 2 fawns the other day. I don't see many deer out here. I know they're here, but I don't see them. Yeah, you should, Jen. I'll watch it even if I'm a little creeped out. But I'm not watching Dr. Pimple Popper with you guys.
I would watch both.
Nope. I don't know. Medical stuff even though I worked in the field, it's always creeped me out. I don't want to know what's inside there. Not interested.
Well, doing what I did, I had to pack wounds and stuff, so.
Yep, I don't want to know.
Did wound care and.
Not interested in seeing the inner workings of my system. Because they used to tell us all the time, if you guys want to go watch like a hip or a knee replacement, no.
Oh, yeah.
No.
The total knee, yeah.
Your old location had kits. This location, I haven't. You need to grow big enough to climb or whatever. Gotcha. Yeah, I do like watching them though. I know you have other content. I've got to watch your other stuff too. And thank you again for offering to run the playlists and stuff. That was very nice of you.
Yes, thank you very much. We
And
very much appreciate you.
now we found a new channel that we like. And my dog's back there dreaming and making noise. What are you doing?
I think mine all went inside because it's finally hot enough out here. They don't want to be out here.
Yeah, I don't know. Our weather's not, what is it? 73 here only.
Yeah, it's definitely cooler today, but and then like I said, dry heat. Dry heat's different than you all with that humidity.
Yeah. So I'm guessing being in Tennessee, you've got lots of wildlife. 87 there. What's the humidity, Michael? 100%.
87. Yeah. Whew.
That East Coast humidity is nothing to mess with. But I love seeing your videos and Regina's too, because even though she's in Texas, her area is very green. We don't get a lot of green where Lori and I live.
We have this year, it has been so green, but we've gotten a lot of rain. We just haven't had rain like that in years. And there are so many places, it is so green.
But generally, we don't. We're not like, it's green for us, but it's not like a humidity green. That you
No,
see. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but
you missed that.
yeah, we'd been in a drought for so long. Um, so it had been pretty dry out, but it's pretty green now.
Not here. It's yellow.
The buffalo grass and stuff.
Yep, everything is just pretty much yellow. All right.
Yep, this has started a bad addiction with these paintings. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
All right. Well, we've been going for like an hour and a half, and I do need to go so I can feed the dog.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't realize we were going that long.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, everybody. I guess we'll call it a morning then.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
It's
Thank you.
nice
Thank
to,
you. And I know we'll see you all out and about.
like I say, it's nice to get to know different channels. And Jen, your little lives and stuff, I don't know, somehow I keep missing them. So I watch them on a replay, but I have to do my best to get to a live. And Michael, I'll probably see you this afternoon in the tuber chat. You take care and you both have a good day.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye. I have to figure out how to end this. Just relax. Don't say no bad words. All right. Okay, I'm gonna hit this button.